Mobile phones have become an intrinsic part of our lives, our extended personalities, our friends, and our facilitators. We are connected, wired, almost all the time. With over 900 million mobile phone users, the phenomenal growth of mobile telephony in India is one of its greatest and rare achievements. Cheap call rates, key policy reforms, affordable handsets, and intense competition among private mobile operators have made India the world's second largest telecommunications market. Mobile telephony has connected India like never before, empowering the masses in countless ways. In 2003, as the telecom revolution was sweeping the country, IITian Pramod Saxena quickly realized how the rapidly increasing penetration levels of mobile phones held the potential for prepaid services. With this idea in mind, Oxigen Services was born.
In the year 90s, late 90s and 2000, when the telecom industry was growing very rapidly and the prepaid mobile was taking up the imagination of all the masses, the growth was rapid, large number of players were coming, and we felt that a creation of a platform that will bring all the telecom players together on a single point and reach that access to the consumer at the retail would bring tremendous value for both for the consumer as well as for the retail. And that really set the tone for the vision that we built Oxigen around.
So it started like this, that you go to an outlet and you want any recharge, it's available, Oxigen serves you. After that, you want electricity bill payment or you want to do your postpaid bill payment of Airtel, it's available through Oxigen. After that, you want to open a bank account, want to do cash into your bank account, whether it is in Delhi or is in Patna, you could do that. You want to do cash out from your bank account, wherever you are, you could do that. And finally, you could not have any bank account and still want to transfer money to any bank account in the country of all the 60 banks, that would be possible. So in small steps, we moved from recharge to bill payment to banking to financial services like money transfer, cash in, cash out.
Oxigen is India's largest payment solution provider. In the last 10 years, the company has processed over 2 billion payment transactions, exceeding 200 billion rupees. Through small retail, modern retail chains and banking websites. Oxigen provides online and on-mobile merchant payment services to many telecom operators or bank-led mobile wallets. One can do recharges for mobile, DTH and broadband, pay bills, make merchant payments and use its money transfer services. Its services can be accessed from the web, point-of-sale devices and through a mobile wallet application.
We started as aggregator of telecom services because this service space was growing very rapidly. But over time, we have been changing this vision, creating new solutions and adding more and more services. So from a telecom aggregator, we became an all services aggregator. From an all services aggregator, at some stage, we became also banking correspondent, providing support to the banks using our infrastructure of retail to offer banking services.
Some of the large banks like State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, Citibank had chosen us to deliver services that we were delivering to retail on their mobile banking and internet banking portal. And thereafter, even the large structured retail partners like Big Bazaar, Mobile Store, Chroma, Purvika, Universal, they all needed these services to be delivered because they wanted one-stop shop for multiple services to be delivered electronically in real-time environment. And that was one of the major effort when we talk about business development and services acquisition.
Adding to its portfolio of services, Oxigen launched its mobile wallet in 2008.
Companies like Oxigen can play a very important role in building a less cash society. They are wallet companies, so people put money in their accounts and make use of that money in the account for utility payments and different kind of payments, and most of them are used in the digital platform. So the wallet companies are really great movers, and they are great players in building the cashless societies.
By July 2014, Oxigen Wallet became India's top money transfer service provider, acquiring 1.5 million mobile wallet accounts and clocking close to 1 million transactions a month.
The product is definitely very easy to use. There are not too many hassles to it. It's definitely very secure. It even works for people who might not have a credit card, debit card, as this product can work from anyone who's 10 years old and up. And it's just, in my opinion, a very non-clunky way of dealing with payments or cash on a daily basis. It's a one-step process to do whatever you want to do, and whether you're sharing or whether you spending the money, it's just easier than cash.
Oxigen aims to promote financial inclusion by leveraging technology to deliver mainstream financial products in an efficient, simple and cost-effective manner. Oxigen started its operations with dial-up point-of-sale terminals. In 2011, the company came out with a new point-of-sale terminal with inbuilt GPRS and battery backup. With its focus on deeper rural penetration, Oxigen also built a POS terminal for money transfer that supported biometric authentication. And recently, the company launched a mobile chip POS terminal that also doubles up as a landline. By using these terminals, mobile recharges have become easy. With a user-friendly menu, one can select the type of transaction and then use a user ID, which is a mobile number, for topping up an Oxigen wallet account. After entering the amount, the terminal uses GPRS to connect to the server and the top-up is done instantly. You get a message on the mobile phone on the completion of the transaction. Retailers can use the services to streamline payment process. Oxigen has more than 150,000 such retail touchpoints across India, which connect 30 crore plus consumers to 50 plus services.
It has been well articulated even at the highest political level that we should be digital India, and there is no reason why low-cost digital technology should not be utilized to reach the highest class of services to the poorest of people in this country.
With over 40% of its citizens without bank accounts, financial inclusion poses a huge challenge for India.
I think financial inclusion is an absolute must for the growth of the country. It is not just a term that is being used euphemistically, it is actually a basic need that will drive the economy for us. And the second part of it is that the mobility, which is the only technology that has touched the masses. Every individual has a mobile phone, every household has a mobile phone. If we can leverage the mobile technology to create a process for financial inclusion to reach the banking services, I think the objective will be served cost effectively and in a way that the current generation is tuned to.
India has over 6 lakh villages, but only 74,000 of them have a brick-and-mortar banking service. Despite making significant improvements in all the areas relating to financial viability, profitability and competitiveness, there are concerns that banks have not been able to reach and bring vast segments of the population, especially the underprivileged sections, into the fold of basic banking services. This is where mobile banking comes into play.
So one of the reasons why banks have not been able to reach the masses is the cost of infrastructure, of a branch infrastructure of the bank, which is very, very heavy. Digitization, mobile technology, which is bringing down the cost and making it possible to do branchless banking practically, is something that we believe is going to be the future. And it has been well articulated even at the highest political level that we should be digital India, and there is no reason why low-cost digital technology should not be utilized to reach the highest class of services to the poorest of people in this country.
Oxigen is one of the 8 PPIs connected to IMPS service. IMPS service at present connects 60 banks and 8 PPIs. So, Oxigen as a leading prepaid issuers in the country and a member of IMPS facilitates money transfer from the customers of Oxigen to the customers of banks, and also facilitates incoming funds from the bank account holders to the consumers of Oxigen. That way, Oxigen helps in facilitating their customers to be the part of the national network.
The Reserve Bank has planned Aadhaar-linked bank accounts for all adults by January 2016 to meet its commitment on financial inclusion. On 15th August 2014, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the opening of 1.5 crore bank accounts for the unbanked population. Oxigen will also use this service via NPCI in future to provide direct benefit transfer to masses under the Prime Minister's Jan Dhan Yojana.
Our cash out program, Aadhaar based cash out program, was intended to provide a viable, low cost, technology driven initiative to facilitate cash out in the rural areas. So, a retailer using our point of sales device is able to, through biometric authentication, which connects back with the UID through our servers and systems, is able to draw cash next to his home or in his village.
Oxigen has successfully implemented a pilot project authorized by the Reserve Bank of India to demonstrate the technology and viability of low-cost cash-out delivery platform in deep rural locations. This involved authenticating both sender and receiver through the Aadhaar biometric protocol.
It is a forward-looking regulatory initiative. The idea is that the people who maintain accounts with the prepaid issuers, they should also get bank-like services. Currently, they can only deposit money and make use of that money in the electronic platforms. By allowing the cash withdrawal with biometric authentication, virtually the prepaid issuers also become almost like a quasi-banking services they can provide.
Keeping the aim of financial inclusion in mind, Oxigen has initiated a rural engagement model. The company set up multiple academies for vocational learning through its Grameen Yuva Rozgar Academy for the rural youth and Life Skills Livelihood Program for rural women. Oxigen guarantees successful candidates jobs within the company.
When we are entering into the financial inclusion space, we are trying to reach out to people in the rural areas, underserved people in the urban areas as well. And in order to create a connect with these people, it's important to reach out to them, to make yourself credible to them. And the fact that they need support in various activities, whether it's medical or education or skill development, but if we were to bring some of these closer to them, it will give them a better confidence in us. And we felt therefore that financial inclusion in rural area in particular cannot be achieved unless we create a connect, an emotional connect, a direct connect with the people there. And we believe that CSR, or a program to connect with the masses in this way is a good corporate responsibility, as well as making inroads for our product easier.
Oxigen has also carried out over 113 health camps through which subsidized medicines, spectacles, eye medication, eye drops and sanitary napkins are provided to villagers. It regularly carries out eye camps and women hygiene awareness camps, and one of its beneficiaries is Rajasthan's Giriraj Prasad.
मेरे आंखों में मोतियाबिंद हो गया था। जब सर्वप्रथम मैं स्कूल में पढ़ने जाता था तो वहाँ मेरे सर जियों ने कहा कि बेटा किताब पढ़ो। मैंने किताब पढ़ने की कोशिश किया, मेरे को दिखा नहीं। तो उसी दिन से मेरे को दिखने थोड़ा कम होने लगा। 1 साल के अंदर मुझे दिखना कम हो गया।
Oxigen, in association with Sahyog Foundation, provided medical and post-medical care to Giriraj to help him see the world in a new light.
खेल सकता हूँ, कूद भी सकता हूँ, बैट बॉल भी खेलता हूँ मैं। पढ़ने के अंदर भी सबसे अच्छा मतलब पढ़ता हूँ।
Back at Oxigen headquarters, the canteen for employees is run by workers of Muskan NGO, providing economic opportunities to people with disabilities.
Personally, I'm always been very supportive of involving people who are underprivileged or who need support in any aspect of our business. So a Muskan Cafe initiative in our office is just one of those things. We have done similar things in many other places in Rajasthan, and we are doing it in Bihar and Odisha, running health camps, providing medical assistance, providing skill development training to people. We had even initiated a rural academy for training youths, coming out of schools to make them capable of running small sales program for us, for example. So our concept as a company and my concept personally has been one of including people in the areas where we work. It is not just financial inclusion, but creating an inclusive scenario for people to work together with us to deliver best results.
Inclusion is a core value at Oxigen as it looks at developing an ecosystem for talent development and growth in its 11th year.
Well, the organization that we have been developing within Oxigen is one of collaborative nature. I have personally, and many of my colleagues who I got in the beginning of this organization, have been mentoring young people, individuals who grew with the organization from the very beginning.
With its workforce of over 800 employees, Oxigen aims to be a leader in promoting financial inclusion using wireless and mobile payment technologies in an IT-enabled, networked environment.
We believe that from our current presence of 150,000 customer touchpoint across the country, we should grow to 500,000 customer touchpoint over the next 5 years. And that is when we will be able to play a meaningful role in financial inclusion.